Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space.
For Practical E-Commerce, I'm Kevin Patrick Allen. Social media has become mainstream, and businesses are increasingly turning to it to interact with their customers and boost the company bottom line. SocialGrub is a new service that brings social media marketing tools to the restaurant and retail industry. Sam Rubin is co-founder of SocialGrub. He's our guest for this e-commerce conversation. Sam, good to have you on the program.
Well, thank you.
Tell me about SocialGrub. I understand that it helps businesses, the restaurant industry, retail industry, optimize the social media experience. But how do you do that?
Sure. I mean, social media is still such a new topic. I mean, every magazine, every newspaper, it seems like every day you open up USA Today, there's another article about social media. The example I like to use is, 10 years ago, if I told you for your business that you needed to create a website for it, you probably would have laughed and said, not a problem, I'll eventually get to that point. Fast forward to today, where people are actually putting up websites before their businesses or restaurants even open. In fact, there's a restaurant around the corner from where I live that they probably have another 2 to 3 months, yet their website is already up and going before they're opening their doors. And, fast forwarding to today, people hear a lot about social media and Facebook this and Twitter that and, MySpace. And, I think people understand that, this is not a fad. This is something that's going to be around to stay. And more importantly, it's something that they need to jump on and they need to embrace today. However, these forms of social media are basically playing in a way kind of catch up to what people want them to be. And what I mean by that is, doing, a little bit of research, you can find out what Twitter and what Facebook originally were. Twitter, it's a little bit easier to understand. It's 140 characters. The real challenge is how do I get across my message in only 140 characters. Facebook is a lot more complex. It was originally created, for a guy to find out, who knew the hot girls in his class. And, maybe if I knew Bob and Bob knew Sally, then he could help introduce me. It started in a college environment. It's morphed into what it is today. I think as of a couple weeks ago, early in November, they had, close to 325 million people on there, and every single day they were adding about almost 500,000 new members into Facebook. So people understand that they need to get into it. However, these channels aren't really geared for a business-to-consumer relationship. It always will be and always has been a person-to-person or consumer-to-consumer type of relationship. What SocialGrub does is it allows a restaurant or a retail or a business or even, an online presence. It really allows them to harness social media, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Twitter, and effectively not only post offers and promotions, but really to be a content management system to properly and effectively target their audience and help to spread virally their different offers and promotions.
Hey, I've been to the SocialGrub website and read about how you can create coupons, for example, to reach out via social media. When I think of the word coupon, it kind of conjures up images of the old school style of cutting from a newspaper. How much value is there in electronic coupons based on what you've seen?
That's a great question. We try to get away from the word coupon. Coupon, has that connotation of a lower price point or, pizza delivery or a fast food type of restaurant. We tend to call our offers grubs. They don't necessarily have to be printed to redeem. They could be talking about an event, a sale, a promotion, a new menu item, and they can talk about a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a coupon. I think with the economy being what it is, people are always wanting a good deal and a good promotion. Where SocialGrub comes into play is people are spending so much time in Facebook and on Twitter, whether it be on their phone or on their computer at work. What we're basically doing is we're pushing out a way to say, look, if this is where your guests are, then let's get them offers in front of them consistently on a nice basis and let them see the different offers and the different promotions. You send out something, to somebody for maybe a buy one, get one free for a pizza or 20% off today. For example, yesterday being, a Cyber Monday, I guarantee you people that probably would not have used a discount code online probably would use one yesterday, simply because of the sales and promotions that are going on.
So take me through it as an example. Let's say that I sell running shoes. How would I utilize SocialGrub for that?
SocialGrub, what you would do is, so let's say you were a local store and you specialize in running shoes. What you could utilize SocialGrub to do would be, maybe you have an online cart or online store that you sell your shoes from. You can utilize SocialGrub to highlight each one of those shoes, some of the benefits, some of the features. Perhaps it's something where they need to print in and bring it in, and maybe they save on the shoes, maybe they get a free pair of socks, maybe they get, a free T-shirt from your brand, and at the same time you can also link into, a buy it now feature off of their website. So it can almost make it, in a way, a virtual shopping cart from within Facebook as well.
One of the touted benefits of social media is that it allows the little guy to compete with the quote-unquote big boys without spending any money. How do you convince your customers that they can see even bigger returns on social media by spending some money on a service like yours?
Right. I mean, when you're looking at social media, in a way, it's kind of like email marketing. Email marketing, is one of the most effective, if not the most effective forms of marketing. I mean, I think the research will show you that for every $1 you spent in email marketing, it will generate $48 in purchases. Social media is still a relatively new channel, so it's not something you can really measure as effectively. But when you're looking at a SocialGrub type of application and all the features that we're able to provide, for a single unit operator, it's $50 per month. There's no setup fee. There's no long-term contract. So when you're looking at somebody, whether it be a restaurant with a $10 or $12 average check, or somebody with, that runs a shoe store, that probably sells $100 pair of shoes, really your return on investment is made as soon as one person a month purchases from you. So I think when you're looking at something like that, it's not a $5,000 billboard, it's not a $1,000 ad in the newspaper. With us, we've priced it at a price point where literally if we bring in one person a month, it will pay for itself, and we know from our existing clients and our research shows, we'll bring you in much more than that.
I'm sure you've heard social media experts talk about if you're going to use Twitter, if you're going to use Facebook to reach your customers, you can't sell to them. You have to interact with them. You have to communicate with them, and because it is a community. By having discounts, instant offers, creating coupons, can you sell to them without it seeming like spam?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. What you're seeing a lot of the times, people just sell, and it. The whole thing with social media is just that. It's social. It's supposed to build a two-way communication. So what I normally recommend, I've got one client right now. We started a campaign a little over a week ago. We also are able to help businesses with email marketing, so we can kind of be their one-stop shop. They had a decent-sized email database, had not effectively been utilizing it that much. Their fan page was right around, for the past 6 to 8 months, had been hovering between 100 and 120 members. So what we wanted to do, instead of just rolling out a promotion and saying, click here to get this, we said, let's build this more of a community. So let's do a contest to say, if by the end of December we get to 1,000 fans, then we'll provide you with this type of an incentive. And there are restaurants where they were going to be giving away a free appetizer, relatively low cost point for them. It had a short redemption window. They could only pick up the offer for 3 days, type of thing. I don't think we ever really realized how effective their brand was and how loyal their followers were. We did this starting on Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. Figured it would start off very slow. At some point later today, so basically a week, including a holiday day into that, they're going to surpass 1,000 fans. almost 30 days prior to what we had anticipated them doing. And then basically what's going to happen is once they hit that magic number, we're going to push out their special offer that they will only be able to get by having SocialGrub. And so it's a way of saying, become our friend, be loyal to our brand. We're getting very high Facebook insights, a lot of repeat posts, a lot of friend increases, a lot of likes and comments and forwards to friends and different features like that. So it's building more of that community, and people becoming very loyal to the brand and saying, hey guys, I looked at the page earlier today, and there were fans talking about, hey everybody, just invite one more fan so we can get over the top. So now you start getting your fans becoming, to help you to become bigger and better.
And finally, Sam, as you know, our listeners and readers are small e-commerce merchants. Anything else you'd like to share with them about social media and SocialGrub?
I think with social media, it's definitely something that you need to get on board with now. If you don't do it now, and even if it's as little as waiting 4 or 5 or 6 months, you have to think your biggest competition across the street from you, they're already on there, and they're going to continue to grow while you continue to wait on the side. So you just need to jump in. I would really look at something like a SocialGrub with a very low price point to help you. We work with all of our clients. We learn their brand. We help them to succeed. We know that, while a restaurant or a retail business, yes, we know you like to do your marketing and you like to update your website and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, especially with the economy being what it is, you're trying to keep the doors open in your business. So I think it's really important to team up with a reputable company that can provide a great value to help you to build your brand. More importantly, I really think it's important for the owner, operator, or the manager to be that interaction point. You never want to let your intern or your regular hourly employee have access to update the stuff. A lot of the times people think that they're communicating with the owners, and the last thing you want is a disgruntled employee or an intern making comments and decisions that they're not authorized to make.
Sam Rubin of SocialGrub. Sam, thank you very much for your time.
Not a problem. Anytime.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for another new episode.